When I was young and we used to walk from like Centerville all the way to like our Parkside, my mom used to race us. And I just always remember we could never beat her. You know, she used to like race us up the street. We'll race like block to block. And we would race, and I was just like, dang, like she used to like really run. She would take her shoes and put them in her hand, and we would race. Race to this block, then we'd walk the next block, then we'd race again. And little I know she was just trying to get us home faster.
Marla Brown Johnson was 13 years old when she gave birth to Fran Brown, her first child, in Camden, New Jersey. With Brown's father absent, his grandmother and mom's siblings stepped up to help raise him.
To us to have a infant in the house from then, it was just amazing. He was smart, he was bright, he was funny, serious, but Francis was curious.
My Uncle Charlie was like a father more than just an uncle, but he was both at times. Like he knew how to be both parts, and he showed me a lot.
Marla just did what she had to do to learn to be a mom and be the best that she could be at that age.
My Aunt Levita was more of just it is what it is. Like academics, know this is what you gotta do, this is what it's supposed to be. It was like more so, she was strict, but it was needed. So I would say she was more the enforcer.
Sports were an outlet for Brown's family, and they passed their love for them on to him.
As a family, we always played football. Football than basketball, but majority of the time we played football. Me and Marla, we were good. Yeah. We could catch, we could run. I mean, we were playing most of the time like two-hand touch back then, but we used to have countless of games out on the lot right next to our house.
Right when I came home from the Marines, I just knew that he was interested in football. We used to take the cushions off the couch and push him all the way back to the front door and then make him run. We would like be in the kitchen and make him run and bust through the pillows.
And then I got older and I'm like, but it was letting that pillow go. Like, maybe I wasn't running fast enough.
Brown's mom was his biggest influence.
I feel like that's where I got my work ethic from. Shit, government assistance at one point. Still trying to work a job, getting the bare minimum from them. She put herself in position to be able to buy a home. She would just work, like she was just like hardworking. Even when she was like sick and she knew she was sick, I thought she hid it from people for a while and was still trying to do stuff.
When she worked 2 jobs, and then when she got sick, she had got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And we didn't know what it was. No one knew what it was at the time.
But Fran being in school, and then you got the other siblings, so we all had to play parts that you didn't think of right now that I'm gonna have to do, but we did, and we just managed to get through and help them and help each of them in every way that we could possible.
Really in the hospital, when I had to pull the plug, she wouldn't die. Yeah, so she wouldn't pass, and I'm like, I didn't really understand it. All my brothers was there, the kids and stuff, and then I just went and grabbed her hand. I told them to come around the bed, and I was like, I'm gonna keep us together. Like me and my brother just stay tight. And then she passed away in she had 10 seconds, 6 seconds. She was she passed, and it was yeah, she passed, and I just knew dang, that probably was what she wanted.
When he locked his mom's casket, that took a lot out of him. I saw that movement, and I think that's when he knew it was done.
And my mom, who was just get a chance to look at it and see all the time, okay, keep working. I know she's with me every day, but I like to have pictures of her. This is her babies. She got a chance to go take pictures with them, and she was so happy to do this. This was when Franny was little. I would say my best memories, honestly, are her with Franny. My mom was a fighter. She loved different. I think that's why I show different forms of love. My mom showed different forms of love, but I knew she loved me a lot.
My sister Marla would have gave you the shirt off of her back. You know what I mean? And Fran, he exemplifies that with all that he does, even with the students prior to becoming a head coach and the recruiting of the students. And if he reached out to somebody that probably if he went to recruit a student of somebody we knew, their parent or whatever, their parent is getting on the phone right away, calling me and saying, "Oh my God, Francis was just here and he recruited my son. I trust my son with him." It's incredible. He's touching a lot of people.